Hey, what up, y'all? This is your boy Ken. You're watching The View from the Game. Thank you for tuning in. If you're on Instagram, you watch me live. I am the actual man behind the Instagram. Yes, I do answer my DMs. When you DMing me. Hey, but check this out, man. While I got your attention, make sure you go get my book, The 48 Laws of Game. That's right, The 48 Laws of Game. You can get it at audible.com. All you got to do is type my name, Pimpin' Ken, when you get to audible.com. And this book, as well as my other book, The Art of Human Chess. This is the book everybody's talking about. This is the book that your daddy should have taught you about. Everything that your daddy didn't teach you the game, it's in this book right here. And The Art of Human Chess, a study guide to win, teach you how to maneuver, teach you how to finesse, teach you how to play chess, teach you how to outsmart your enemy. You got to get my books, classics. Hey, man, also, man, make sure you subscribe, like, and make sure you let everybody know through notification where to come and get this joint at by sharing. And also, I am also the proprietor and the owner of HHF Mag, HHF Clothing, HHF Awards, and HHF Radio. Hey, man, stay tuned, man, and go to thehiphopfraternity.com and check us out. And every Monday, we're at the Ice Bar. That's right, 5456 Fayetteville Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Every artist get in free. Every A&R get in free. Every executive get in free. Everybody is free. Artists get to perform for free, and you get to park for free. The only free game in town. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? I'm your host, Ken. I'm a.k.a. Pimpin' Ken. Today we have a very interesting guest. This is a first for me. I remember my first kiss, and I got my first shot. But hey, man, it's my first interview where I actually interview a woman who was charged with human trafficking, which we don't condone. And hey, man, it's never good to do anything that, got anything to do with human trafficking. So for those out there who are advocates of human trafficking, we're not glorifying it. We're just actually, diving into it. So get that out the way right away. Also, my first time talking to a woman who's actually married to another woman. Now, I know a lot of my guys are going to be out there like, no, not Pimptress, not Bubbles. You know what I'm saying? No, we already, got trouble trying to get a decent woman, but she's a very nice looking young lady. But, she's married, and she's married, same-sex marriage, so we want to talk about that as well. Also, I want you to subscribe and like, hit the notification bell, share, do anything to help this channel get its fair just due. And this is a very interesting interview, so I'm pretty sure y'all want to share it anyway and tune in your people to it. So without further ado, I would like to just introduce our guest, and I'm going to let her say her name. There go your camera. Let them know a little something about you.
Hello. My name is Pimptress Bubbles. I'm from Oklahoma City, and I'm here to talk about this ism.
This ism,
yeah.
Okay, so Bubbles, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And you?
So you got your pimp hat on?
Yeah, I got my pimp. I had to get it.
The Pimptress.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a name. What made you call yourself the Pimptress?
Well, because I was trying to find where I fit in, because I'm not necessarily a madam, because I wasn't, a sex worker, probably, someone like that, and I'm not a pimp because I'm not a man. So I just kind of was like, well, trying to figure it out. I'm like, Pimptress is what, it
I'm sure a lot of pimps would be happy that you said that.
Yeah. I mean, I keep it real and respectful and all of that. Yeah.
So I was talking to you earlier, and you have a very interesting childhood. So at 3 years old, something happened to your father. What happened to your father?
He got incarcerated. He had gotten to it with my mom's brother, and he ended up shooting him, and so he went to prison for that.
Yeah, so it's like 19 years in your life, huh?
Yeah.
So for 19 years, you was without a father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And you also had some traumatic experiences in your life, right?
Yeah.
So per our conversation, you told me that you were molested at 6 years old?
Well, it started at 7. And it continued until I was about 10 years old.
A man?
A man.
Real sex with you at 7 years old?
Oh, you're talking about the woman?
No, the man.
Girl. Yeah, a man. Yeah.
He was actually penetrating you at 7 years old?
Well, no, he That's when the touching and all of that started. But then when I was about 9, that's when he actually, yeah.
Man, he deserved every bit of those 100 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And your mama allowed him to be around during this whole process?
So I don't know. I can't say if she knew what was going on.
I ain't saying she knew. I'm just saying he was there.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Why did you go and blow the whistle?
Because I hated that, you know? And
yeah.
so, I told my best friend what was going on, and she told her mom, and her mom told the school, so. And everything, the whole thing just ended right there, and he went to jail, and he went to prison, and he's still incarcerated. They gave him 103 years.
So being exposed to sexuality at that young age, it also allowed, I ain't gonna say it allowed you, but you eventually had experiences with a woman, right, at a young age.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I did.
So how old was you when you had your first experience with a woman?
I was about 6.
6 years old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you know what was going on at 6?
No, I didn't know. She's older than me, so at the time she was about 12, 13.
So technically, she molested you too, right? Technically.
Well, I don't know to say that because we were both kids, you know,
Okay.
so I don't know. But yeah.
Well, if I would have did something or somebody did something at 13 to a 6-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Reformatory school. So I was in reformatory school with a lot of dudes who had did stuff like that and they end up in jail. So I mean, but nonetheless, you know, it was consensual, right? It was consensual, right? So do you think that if this happened before the molestation or after the molestation?
This happened before the molestation.
Oh, so you was already encountering sex at a very young age.
But that was my first time of ever even having any sexual activity or intercourse. Yeah.
So, being that young, Bubbles, did you feel awkward? Did it ever occur to you like this could possibly be some grown folk stuff?
Well, when it was happening, I was just like, wow, you know, and that was kind of it because I don't know. I was just like, okay, and of course she was like, this is between us, you know. I'm like, okay.
I mean, you know, Tyler Perry was on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and he made the assessment. He said that when you're young and someone molests you from the same sex, I guess you want to say lifestyle, that tends to be your first encounter with sexuality. And so your sexuality at that point began to define you and what you like, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so I don't want, because you were 6 years old, I don't want to say too much, right? I want to kind of skip the young part because there's a lot of people sensitive about what can happen, but that's a tragedy, you know. I always talk about, you know, the lady that babysitted me at 3, she molested me, you know, but you saying that wasn't a molestation, but your actual stepdad, whatever he was actually molesting. So how long did that relationship, you know, on the female side last? I mean, did that last for a long time? Was it just a brief?
It was brief because she is my stepdad's niece. So when everything happened,
so it's all of them is messing with you at the same.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just really terrible, right? So they apparently it was something going on with them genetically for them to all be, you know, doing this kind of stuff to a 6-year-old kid. So moving forward, you know, so what type of person was you in school? You know, did that affect? Because I ain't trying to cut you off, Bubbles. But when I was young, you know, I was a special ed. You know, I took the yellow bus to school. I couldn't learn because I was affected by what was happening to me, and I didn't want to learn. I cussed all my teachers out. So I'm just saying, did that have any effect on you?
Not in the beginning. In the beginning, because I love my teachers, I love school, I love to learn. Like, I'm still like that, I love learning. So, it didn't really affect me until I got to the 7th grade, when I turned 13. My mom, she got with another guy, and he started to molest me as well. It started when I was 12, and it ended when I was 15. But that time, I actually went to her, and I told her, you know, what he was doing, and she just she got upset. She asked me, she said, why don't you want me to be happy? And like, she was crying and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm 13. So I don't know. It was at that moment I was really sad. But then afterwards, I just kind of just turned and I just started that's when I started ditching school and doing all, smoking cigarettes, weed, all kind of,
Yeah,
just
well,
running amok.
that's generally what happens, Bubbles. When you have things that happen to you at that young age, it causes your wires to get crossed, and you think, like, okay, if I'm having sex at a young age, I must be grown. You start doing wrong folk stuff and you start making bad decisions, and those decisions, are motivated and generated by what's happening to you.
Yeah.
So you start smoking cigarettes, and this other guy, did he get incarcerated as well?
No,
Okay.
I didn't tell anyone because when my stepdad got incarcerated, my mom, mind you, she turned on me, so I didn't want to feel that again. Yeah.
So how did he get, what is your mama leaving you with these guys, or how can that happen? You know what I'm saying?
How could I don't know what the deal is. I'm like, I don't know. She tracks child molesters or what's going on with that. But how it ended though, I ended up getting pregnant. Not by him. No. I was talking to this guy and I got pregnant, and he thought my son might have been his, so he took off. He went to Florida, and somebody killed him out there, or I can't say that on YouTube, but unalived him, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, unalived him. That's crazy. So when you think about that, he probably was gonna get that unalive anyway because of what he was doing. You mess with. If somebody mess with my daughter, I'm ready to go all out. They might as well just call and get the handcuffs and come get me, because that's crazy. And man, to even think about that, having daughters, that just the thought of it is just traumatic in my head. I have a lot of daughters and I love my daughters dearly. So you're on the Beehive show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sign first. And that's the jacket. He's officially signed to HHF.
Okay then.
We just need your John Hancock, young man.
Come on with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, live on the Beehive show.
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey man, welcome to the team, man.
HHF.
Mike, when it comes to the streaming side of stuff and going viral, man, break that down to me. How does one go from the ground all the way up?
Yeah, man, I can't really explain that. I gotta get out on the guide or something.
I'm with you.
Honestly, because when I do stuff like that, I be like, how do I do it again? I don't know. I ain't do it. And like I said, be the women that they love me so much. So when we made this Bounce When She Walks song months ago, bro.
Yeah.
And they took it all over TikTok doing the challenge, all in other countries, Africa, China, billion streams. I don't know how, bro.
Yeah.
I was at the house in my drawers recording that. I didn't put up nothing. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Like, people just love it. Like, some people say I put voodoo in that music.
Most of y'all don't know him once he introduced himself. He got over a billion streams. I'm never gonna introduce himself. What up, bro? I go by the name of Mike Fresh. You ain't never heard me. You may have heard me on that song, Throw That Ass in the Circle. Hey! And if you ain't heard that, you may have heard me on that song, 8 Bounce When She Walks. Hey! Y'all know Mike G?
Oh yeah, we did some business Mike did.
Yeah, so y'all know he be doing some of Boosie shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So he brought a Boosie show to Oklahoma, and he had me open up. So he was bringing me to the back room, like, man, he just gave me the back end. He like, man, I'm finna, you got some wings back here, man, come chill. So he bring me to the back room, me and my partners go, we come bombard in the room.
Yeah.
Boosie and all his partners in the room. The way we walked in was all wrong, like.
Yeah, like, oh, he gets these wings, and she's fucking with
And they were looking at us like, man, who these dudes? What's going on? They like, well, y'all must want a picture or something. That's what somebody said. I said, you know what I sure do? I posed and I got on up out there mud. So I told G, like, bro, you tripping. Don't never, ever do that, ever. I done rolled the Quavo BG in the Dodge Magnum before. Shit, BG was at the crib in the living room before.
Shit, I was at the Bling Bling video shoot, the Baller Block and movie set. We was at the mall one time. They had like 100 girls on the tour bus. I was little. I had to go on there to go pee, and I just went on there and stayed on there. I was sitting on there talking to the girls and stuff. Like an hour later, my mama and BG and them come get me off the bus.
Mr. The man himself, Mike Fresh, performing live HHF Networking Mondays at Ice Bar, 5456 5A Road, Atlanta, Georgia. It's free to get in, free to perform, free to park. HHF.
I get my style from a lot of niggas from like just growing up, seeing a lot of niggas and like, damn, you just fly them with suited and booted and shit. As I grow older, I'm like, man, I gotta make sure my shit together, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm popping. You know what I mean? We was driving to Chicago, it was me and my pops. Well, first, he picked me up, we slide. He like, man, we finna go to Chicago. Don't tell your brother. Don't tell nobody. I'm like, what the pops got going on? What's up his sleeve? So we go to Chicago. We in the, I think we was in the S500. And we get there. It's a white, blonde, white lady. And she split out the car. She pull up, we pull up. She give us the keys to a Mercedes, a black Mercedes. And we switch out the car and get back on the road. I'm like, okay, some crazy going on, Pop.
I got a new project coming out. I'm still pushing brick by brick. It's going crazy right now.
Love you lied to me. Said you'd always be around. Love you died in me. Left my chest vacant, no style. You ripped out my heart. You tear me apart. Your sticks and your stones are breaking my bones. But it's sickening to say you won't leave me alone.